I can't do it anymore. You know that when you get older, you get stiffer.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm gonna send you your picture.
So sweet. What's this?
I put it Cat Bean. So it's like,
Is this a song that you were singing? Huh?
what? No, it's not the song that you're singing. This is just our intro song.
Oh.
Yes, because we are live. And you mofos are watching SpeakEasy. That's my radio voice. That's my radio voice.
They're listening to it.
You're listening to
Is this working?
SpeakEasy podcast with Darren Lee and Julie Woon.
How do you know this is working?
What do you mean?
The mics.
Well, I tested it before.
Okay.
Anyways.
Okay, so you know what? Randomly, we've been talking. Oh man, I was gonna bring her in. Wait, is she showing yet? Not yet.
You're terrible at this.
I know. I was just about to introduce our guest because we have been talking about her before. Other than she being super hot, she's also super famous. Not only the Asian regions, like the whole wide world.
Wow.
Because she's like the you can't say anything
Whole
yet
wide world.
until we bring you in. Hold on.
If you fools don't know who we're talking about Patricia K. I'm going to cut to the chase. Patricia K.
Woo! Patricia, say hello to the
Am I
camera.
on now?
Hello. Yes, you're on.
Hello.
Okay, Patricia is the hottest DJ in Malaysia and around the region. She's been like flying, jet setting here and there. But what you do not know is she is a multiple award gold medal winner, hip hop, pop and lock dancer and teacher as well.
So big. I wasn't that old.
Hey, come on, you had gold medals, right? You told me you had gold medals.
Yeah, but there's gold medals and then there's championships. And you're making it sound like it's championships. It wasn't championships.
But you could teach people.
Yeah, I did teach at my old school. I did for a class. But yeah, a lot of people don't believe me because I don't move that much anymore.
I still
I think
believe
You
it's
know
the
what?
old gene.
People still don't know.
I think she tap dances.
Can you
Yeah,
believe
what's up with
that?
the tap dancing?
Sorry. You know what? Tap dancing, no offense. Okay, you know what? I'm just not a strong advocate.
Just offend people. Come on, just
Yeah.
offend people.
You know what? Tap dancing is just so awkward. Like, to me, it's just so awkward. And it's so, like, quiet, and all you can
What?
hear is the...
Yeah, but it's weird too. But you know what? Sometimes it's pretty damn cool. No, it is when they go
if
like
you're like the champion.
yeah, if you're a champion, if you're learning, man, don't do that shit
No,
in
but
public.
now they mix it up. It's not just standing there, pop, 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 pop. Now they mix it out with like cool R&B tunes. So you're like jumping on slides, you slide down,
But
and
that's
then you
not
jump.
tap anymore. Original
It's
tap is...
tap fusion. Yeah, the original tap.
You know
is-
what? Okay, I have a feeling what tap used to be originally. It's for black people. And then they'd be like, Massa, I can sing, I can dance.
And then they tap. Yeah. That's exactly how it is. So if I watched it, I would take it as something like silly,
Yeah.
not serious.
I don't know.
That's mean. I know, that's mean.
No, but for folks who don't know, what is pop?
Pop and lock.
Pop and lock.
I mainly did funk and hip hop, which says by itself what it is. And popping and locking is yeah.
Like you
popping and
pop
locking.
and lock your joints.
When you lock, yeah, you lock, and you know how to keep it there without, it looks real. You're actually moving each single joint in your body.
Wait, explain it again. So you're at a
No,
position.
it looks like you're moving your body in that way where you can lock yourself in that position.
It's so difficult
And-
to describe.
Yeah, you
to
need
describe
This is
pop
what
and lock.
dance you don't describe. You just do it.
Like you
it's
got to move
feeling.
your left hand up.
No, actually, by the
Your
way,
right
I
feet
should know
down.
this. What the hell's wrong with me? I know pop, lock, and drop it, but I think what I'm
You
thinking.
know the song.
No, but what I'm thinking is like something that strippers do, like they pop, lock, they drop it.
Oh yeah,
That's exactly what
right.
I used to do
In Hong
when
Kong.
I was 8 in Hong Kong.
Oh,
You know
wait.
what? I'm gonna look
Patricia
that
was
up.
a bad girl when she was 8, by the way.
You guys keep talking. I'm gonna look up
Yeah.
what lock, pop, and drop it really is.
Like
'cause-
how to define it. No, but okay, Patricia studied in Hong Kong in an international school, Swiss German school, right?
German Swiss International School. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, the German had to come first. The
Yeah,
German
they always
Swiss
have to come
International
first.
School. And you, Darren,
What?
you studied in the international school in Hong Kong too, right?
Yes.
What's it called?
It was called Island School.
The
We were
Island School.
rivals with
Really?
German Swiss all the time.
Really?
Why?
Yeah, in inter-school games.
Like basketball and stuff?
No, we had basketball. What else? Inter-school were sports day. It was like sports day. We went
Hong
against
Kong,
other
right?
schools. Yeah.
So
We
you
had the inter-school, yeah.
Oh, so you used to be our competitors
got
without knowing.
Although Patricia is way younger than you though. It's like different batch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
But then yeah, Hong Kong, you were saying you were, because Patricia's mom is full-on Chinese and Patricia's dad is Danish.
People don't know that.
She has the best of both worlds, like from the east and the west. But Patricia's mom, I mean, she's like a sweet lady. We've met her a few times. She even comes out clubbing.
Excuse me while I check what lock, pop,
while
and drop
Pat
it is.
spins. But you were saying your mom was like typical Chinese upbringing.
Shit.
No, she was hardcore, man. Like, you know, like she's one of those moms that you hide under the table when she comes in the room, you know? She was that scary because my life in Hong Kong was literally school, gymnastics, tutor, piano, obviously piano. So I've also played classical piano for like 8-9 years.
Yeah, she's a great
because of
aide.
her. Because the way she approached it was that, you know, I need to learn how to play piano because she never learned it. So
That's what my mom says too.
and that's exactly what happens. Like, you know, she's from Malacca, my mom, so she's
mom
the youngest
too.
out of like 11 children.
Oh, no.
Your mom too?
No, mine's 3 kids.
3 kids, okay. Yeah, so she's the youngest out of like 9 or 11 around there. So imagine like they've not grown up with a lot of money and she's been brought up in a very strict way and of course she wants for me what she couldn't get. And
So
that was
basically,
piano
she
lessons
wanted
and all
you
this.
guys to just hustle harder. Like,
Yeah.
work for it.
Yeah,
like any
exactly.
other Chinese parent.
But I think that and this is what happened, right? So when I was a kid and I was in Hong Kong, that was my life. It was school, and imagine I used to get grades every year still, and I'm only like 6. Do you know what I mean? Like, people usually get grades when they're older in school. That's the Danish system. That's why I'm saying it's so different. My head is
How's
messed
Danish
up now.
like? How's Danish system like?
Freaking so chilled out. I came from Hong Kong, and this is what happened.
That's
Hong Kong
like
is a
Malaysia.
sorry.
That's like
It's not
Malaysia.
chill, man. Malaysia's not chill.
Malaysia-
No,
Malaysia's chill.
no. You haven't heard about the Danish system. This is what happens in Denmark. So as a kid, you're coming from Asia, and you know that every day is about homework, school, grades,
Tuition.
your gymnastics, and whatever you're doing on the side as a hobby, because you need to, you know, if you fail in something in school, you might be good at sports or, you know, something else. So, you know, when I moved to Denmark, I was flown there alone for the first year. So actually I lived with my dad's brother for a year because my mom was in Malaysia and my dad was in Hong Kong, so we were spread everywhere. So in Denmark, I come from Hong Kong and I move into my dad's brother who owns a forest and like 2
He has a
tractors.
forest.
And
Wait, he owns a forest in Hong Kong.
No, in Denmark.
Who
when I flew
owns
to
a
Denmark.
forest?
I'm
There's
totally
no
lost.
is there
I
forest
would-
left in Hong Kong?
I don't know.
No, but Denmark is
not.
big,
Some
so you
fake.
can have a forest. Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
he
to
owns
Denmark
a
and buy a forest.
He has a barn, and he has his tractors. So here I come from like freaking like Hong Kong, GSIS. To,
GSIS.
Yeah, to like this place in Denmark called Jorløse.
What?
It does
You're
sound like you're a
loser.
loser.
You're a loser.
I know.
Oh,
It's your
shit.
loser.
What a great place to be, you know, growing up. You're a loser. Like,
no.
where do you say you're a loser? What?
Pat, where are you from?
You're a loser.
You're a loser.
That's
Why
only
you so
English
rude?
people only
Man.
hear it like that because in Danish it means earthless. That's even better. We are losers.
Yes. It's really called your loser?
It's called Jorløse, and
You're a loser.
Your loser.
it's like the O with the
Right.
yeah. It's those 3 letters that we have in our
Okay.
Yeah, so I didn't speak Danish when I got
Interesting.
there,
Interesting.
and when I got there, I was put into school with like 100 people.
Is that a lot or
Those
little?
village schools where
Oh,
they
That's like
ring
no-
the bell.
That's
and then
like
you come in
nobody.
from lunch.
100 people.
Oh, that's
100
like our
people.
one classroom.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
like literally just as 1st to 7th grade, and you know I came in and I'm like 4 grades ahead of everyone in math because they all just chill. And this is what happened. I go in to the classroom and everyone's just running around playing and sitting on the teacher's lap. That was the weirdest.
How old were they?
That's not normal in Asia, right? You
No,
don't
how
do
old
that.
are they? Unless they are
we're
kindergarten.
Like 10.
What?
That's weird.
Sitting on the lap, the teacher's talking, and this is what happened the first class. The teacher asked everyone what they did in the weekend. And then like by the time it was like 45 minutes later, that's all we did the whole class was talk about then one would be explaining like, I went to touch rabbits and, I was playing in the field. Oh, that's nice. What did you do? Like, that was what we did. And then
imagine what the teacher
Danish?
must be thinking, like, you stupid kid. I hate your life.
No, but actually, you know what? I would think that too, but they were actually genuinely really interested. And
Then you know what makes me think? If after that, and the teacher goes, hey, you, the one on the weekend on the slide, you went to the slide, come and sit on this slide. Sit on this slide.
That's a bit wrong, isn't it?
It is wrong.
No.
Is there
It was
any
a female
charges
teacher. No.
Oh.
Yeah, that could be wrong
No,
too.
but seriously, it's okay. It sounds wrong now because that's the thing. That's why you guys think it's weird because it's not normal. It's like in Hong Kong, what we did was that we get up and we say good morning, Mrs. Tanner,
Yeah.
and we sit down and then you do your work. But in Denmark, the sun's shining, and we go out and we play ball. Seriously, like
because you don't get much sun in Denmark, so that's
it's
understandable.
like sun, like freedom.
Sun, then you do a sun dance. Sun dance.
We're so happy, but it's really really relaxing, and you don't get grades till you like go to college, because the system believes that you should be happy with yourself before concentrating on studies.
Fuck, man.
And
That's
you know
like
what?
an awesome... That's
Right?
That's great. Don't you think that's great?
Government pays them to go to school, right? You
Yes.
get money.
We get money to go to school. So when we're from 18, we go to school, and then we get around like 2,000-3,000 ringgit from the government. Everyone does.
That's like
when you're
about
a student.
crazy.
$1,000 US
Yeah.
Do you
dollars.
know-
Even in uni,
Do you know how the world would change if every school system had that? They adopted that. You have to be a happy person before embarking on a career or before embarking on something that you want
You
to
need
do.
to be mentally
What if they're
prepared.
happy at like 40?
No,
They start going to
but
school at
you're
40.
okay. That system makes you a happier person before you become an adult. So
Yeah.
by the time you're an adult, you know what your wants are, what you want to do, what makes you happy, what doesn't make you happy,
Yeah.
and ultimately you don't get assholes because you got all these crazy people in the world. I think, and if you really go down to the core, they're just not happy with themselves. They're just not happy.
And when you get pressure into a society where it's all about being the best,
Yeah.
and you have to achieve this and
That's
you
like
have to do
China.
that. At
No,
one
that's,
point,
that's like every Asian
yeah,
family.
that's
no,
like
it
Asia.
is. It is normal Asian upbringing. I think that it's a little bit more modernized now because we're getting older. But for our parents and even for us, we're brought up strictly. I don't know about you, Jules, but
My parents just let me be because they were both working. So I
But that's
was like
a
left
different
to
kind of
my-
wrong.
Yeah, because I was
not
left to my
wrong,
imagination.
but I guess
It's a
bit
different
wrong. It is
upbringing.
it's a
Like,
different
yeah.
upbringing, but it's a different way a psychologist would look at you and go, okay, you have different issues then.
How does Danish parents bring up their kids?
So this is the thing as well. Danish parents, they're just those kind of parents that are like, okay, go out, play, go run in the fields. Yeah, it's fine. They leave their babies out in front of the door. In Denmark, we don't lock doors. You just go out.
It's so safe,
It's
right?
safe.
Okay, but you know what? I think, as a whole, would you say that Danish people are happier, as a whole?
Well, actually, if you go to the charts and the statistics, it does say that Denmark is the happiest country in the entire world.
No, wait. It's
See, there you
no.
go.
It's that country starting with B.
No, it is Denmark. You go to Copenhagen.
Not Budapest. What country was that?
Budapest, I don't
No,
think
not
so.
Budapest. Oh,
Bangkok.
not Bangkok.
Bangkok.
Although a lot of people are happy there.
I really
Where's all
don't think that
monks,
people who have done the survey has gone to Denmark in the winter time though.
Wait. Yeah. See,
It's really
winter.
cold.
They're like, ugh.
Yeah, they're all
But-
I
depressed.
gotta Google this.
Okay, wait, hold on. But the thing is,
No, okay, this is the thing about the Danish society, right? There are always the grass is always greener on the other side.
Yeah.
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 And I
So-
think the reason you're asking about the happiness is that, of course, we have still issues, whatever
Yeah.
here and there.
Yeah.
But mainly, it's a country that believes that you help everyone. So, like, taxes are high. That means that you pay. It's free to go to doctors. So if you're sick, you can go and get free help. If
Yeah.
you want to study, it's free to study. You know that every education is free. Uni is free, and they even give you money. You know why? To encourage you not to work whilst you're studying. So when you're studying, you don't think about working, you're not stressing on the side, thinking, oh no, how am I going to earn money? So everyone moves out when they're like 18, and then the parents are left to be themselves again, you know?
And they can find themselves. And you know what? That's just less stress on people. And I think as a whole, the infrastructure is better. When when everyone's happy,
Democracy.
what the hell? There are no underlining like currents that people don't like. And I think it's important to start when you're young.
It's about equality
Yeah.
in that sense.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
that there's not rich and there's not poor. There's a middle. That's why
Oh, that
you
would
go
be
to Denmark,
perfect.
and of course there'll be the richer people, but everyone kind of looks the same. You know, like just moderate. And maybe a lot of people who want to be extraordinary would
Yeah.
think that's a boring country. But if you just want to live a healthy, normal,
Isn't it like
and
communist country?
happy what?
Yeah, where
Yes,
I think
it
a
is.
lot of people, but it's
It's
democratic in a way
yeah,
that you
democracy.
want everyone to be happy anyway. Okay, for example, for kids, and this is a really sad case. This happened to my mom's friend, and she's a little bonkers now. She's bonkers now because she's got 4 kids, and the elder 3 ones, they're not super geniuses or anything like that, but they do very well academically. They're like doctors, one's a physician, one's a pharmacist, blah, blah, blah. Then when it came to the youngest kid, and I'm not sure if he's an accident because he's a lot younger than the rest. And the mom put so much pressure. She put so much pressure on him to study. So he basically had no social life. He would come home, study, do homework, go to sleep, wake up,
And
same
repeat,
routine again,
right? Yeah.
right? And they put so much pressure on this poor kid. And right after and during his exam for UPSR, no, UPSR, which is the one that from 5.
SPM.
SPM.
Yeah,
SPM, that's when you're 16, 17? 16, 17?
17 years old.
The
Yeah.
poor kid, his mom put so much pressure on him. He worked his ass off, studied his ass off, tuition, and she's so strict. They're super strict on him. He had a tumor in his brain,
Oh
and he died 6 months after his exam.
But are you sure it's due to stress?
Yeah,
and-
you know why? They asked
really tragic.
the doctor, how come? Because their family has no history of cancer.
Yeah.
And the poor kid developed cancer because he couldn't cope with the stress.
Oh no.
No, stress can really take a lot of
stress can
toll,
fuck you
yeah.
up, man.
That's why you need to be able to relax and not worry too much at times, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, go to a happy place like Denmark.
Like
Sweden.
Christiania in Denmark, the weed place.
Oh, really? Is it legal?
Are they happier there?
Is it like
They
They have to
They
be happier
are!
there. They're gonna be happier there.
They're all freaking like, oh, you know, kind of those
Like
hippie
My
movies
Little
where they're
Pony,
running around and they're
Unicorn?
like, dude, you want to share?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
exactly. In the middle of Copenhagen, there is a place called Christiania.
Right.
There's a place
Christiania.
called Christiania. It sounds like some adventure. Yeah, it is like for people who enjoy a little bit of a smoke. It is
A little
heaven.
bit of a relief.
It's heaven. Yep, exactly.
No, the thing is, it doesn't matter that you're successful and super rich, because not all the time the super rich and the super successful are happy people.
Of course, they have got their problems. Even those have first world countries, they got their first world problems. You know,
Yeah, but that's a little bit like, you
where
know,
should I eat?
hashtag
today?
for.
No, but I mean, it's just always to remember the phrase that the grass is not always green on the other side.
Yeah.
You know, like we
Although
should be
it's very-
satisfied where we are right now, and it's just about making yourself happier.
I'm still looking
But
for that country.
I do want to quickly say, if you go to
Alright.
Christiania, right?
Okay.
If you go down the stalls in the evening, you have to go in the evening. They basically set up all these stalls with like freaking like tables of like greens and stuff. And
Wow.
and the thing about Christiania in Denmark is that they can't knock it down. Basically, it's prime land. It's in the middle of Copenhagen, and it was taken over by the hippies. So it's like a village of hippies. Like basically, they have their own electricity system. They have everything running by themselves, and they have they have bands coming down because there's a lot of people who support. You know, that weed has never. Okay, do you know that weed has been scientifically proven that it has no effect on a human's body? You don't get sick.
Yeah, of course.
It doesn't make you. You know, like for example, when you smoke cigarettes, it gives you cancer, right? It's
Yeah.
not the same with
Yeah.
weed.
Yeah, not only that, in our brains
It's
they
not
are
unsafe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in our brains they are. Like I was telling Julie before, there are cannabinoid receptors, and cannabinoids are the main hormones that are released through THC. And if your brain already has that, you know, you have receptors for that. It's strange, you know,
And it's not like produced medically. It's
Yeah.
grown outside organically,
Yeah.
like every other plant.
But
you know?
it is used medically to help, like, even cancer patients
Yep.
and
It
whatnot in
is.
the
People who
Yep,
are
yep,
in
yep.
pain and stuff.
Now,
it
what part of the
relaxes.
States is legal? What was it again?
Colorado's legal.
Colorado.
Let's move there.
California is almost legal. I mean, a lot of places are legal now, and I think a lot of people believe that the states will legalize marijuana probably in
Never
the next 10
in
years.
Malaysia.
I say
Probably next 10
legalize
years.
it and just start, tax.
Okay,
tax
but
it.
okay. See
Yeah.
that the problem is, I think I'm all for it. If people smoke, it's fine. But if you and they're saying, oh, you can get addicted to it, or it could be, it's you can be chronically addicted to it. But that's also saying you can be chronically addicted to milk.
Yeah, and
You know, or
Oh, you're just
cheeseburgers.
talking about
And-
me.
and
I drink a
alcohol
lot
as
of
well.
milk. I'm a chronic milk
alcohol is
drinker.
much worse than weed.
Cow's my best friend.
Yeah, I saw you drinking milk just now.
lot
Do you
of my-
always drink milk?
I drink so much milk. That's why my teeth is so strong. My nails are healthy. But by the way, just to track back like
Calcium.
10 minutes ago, right? I thought the happy place was Bhutan. Isn't
Bhutan.
it? Bhutan or Bhutan, Bhutan, where everything is like, they judge not the GDP of the country, but the gross happiness level of the people.
Did that show up?
No. Norway
She
Did you
just
just
came
make
up
that
with
shit up?
something.
no, I'm serious.
came up with a name.
I heard about
Bhutan.
that. But it's so expensive to go there because it's like all just hills and there are a lot of monks. And
Sounds like Sound of the
temples.
Music. Sound of Music or something.
Whose music?
Where was
of
Sound of Music shot?
Oh,
Austria.
Sound of Music. I was named after Julie Andrews.
Really?
Yeah, from Sound of Music.
That's so
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
You should name your daughter like Mary Poppins or something. And you're just like a family of joy.
You know, we were just
Hey, but-
talking about names yesterday on how last time it was like,
Oh,
okay,
yeah,
Patricia,
yeah.
Jane, Julie, Karen. But nowadays it's like a fusion name, you know, like,
It's all mixed up now.
yeah,
it.
like they combine
so
two
crazy.
names.
Yeah.
It's so awesome to know.
Stephennifer. You know, they would just
No,
fuse up two names.
It's worse the celebrities, what they give their, their kids right
pilot
now.
inspector. Is that the Gwyneth Paltrow's kid?
I don't know.
Gwyneth?
Apple. No,
Isn't it Gwyneth?
I think Gwyneth
That's
Paltrow's
Malaysian's
is Apple.
pronunciation.
Apple? That's
No,
like your
Apple's okay.
typical
Chinese.
girl who
We've got all fruits and colors
yeah,
and
fruits,
months.
colors, months.
We've got months.
No,
There's
months are okay.
November. No, not if you're November.
Would you call your daughter for durian?
November.
No, I wouldn't call.
I don't know. Like, didn't you say
like
fruits?
mangosteen,
Yeah, fruits. Apple.
jackfruit.
So there's only a
That'd be
specific fruits that you would call them.
Avocado.
Oh,
we
there
heard
was
of
an avocado.
We heard
No,
of avocado.
don't lie.
Oh, no, for real.
Oh my god.
What's my
Avocado. You
name?
cannot
Avocado.
say
Why
avocado. You have to
would
say
you call your kid
avocado.
avocado?
No, okay, wait, back to Denmark.
Oh,
You know,
no.
like Patricia mentioned something really interesting because she stayed in a farm, right? So her backyard had sheep, her front porch had like horses, wild horses, yeah, where you hold their hair and you giddy up. And she
No,
giddy up
they
to
were
her friend's
tamed.
house. It was tamed by her, like with her bare hands.
Yeah,
But
I
she
went
would-
up there like the movies.
You're like
She
the
was like the horse whisperer.
Yeah.
And
I always thought I was.
and she galloped to her friend's house
I
with her
didn't
horse
gallop.
for 2 hours.
No!
Like that was torture.
Okay,
That was animal labor.
You obviously have not ever ridden a horse before.
I did once
That would
and
be
Patricia
like
brought me.
PETA will come after me if I galloped the horse for 2 hours down the road. No. Basically, actually, this is how hillbilly I was. Like, I had a horse. Well, I had two actually. Like, I started horse riding.
What were their names?
Kenzo was the first one, and the
That's pretty
second
cool.
one was
It's a
Chili.
cool name.
Chili.
Yeah, she was red.
That's
so
what
she
my
was
grandmother calls me because she can't pronounce Julie. She goes, Chili.
Chili. That's
Chili.
cute. So you're like my horse.
Yeah, I'm your horse. Ride me.
Exactly.
Sorry, that's wrong.
So
But-
basically,
Parents
what I
happy.
used to do was do sleepovers at my girlfriend's house. So I used to pack my clothes and saddle up my horse and ride to her house.
Yo, that's mad.
2 hours,
Yeah, that's
right?
crazy.
That's 2
Yeah,
hours.
it's around 2 hours, you know, because you don't gallop the whole way.
That's like to Malacca from KL.
Yeah, but it's a nice
Hey.
ride.
Pat, where you going? I'm just gonna settle my horse then. I'll see you in 2 days.
1 horsepower.
If I survive through the terrain. No,
And then you
but
got to stop to eat a pig fruits from the forest that your uncle owns.
Yeah, it'd be like
I did. There's cherry trees everywhere. Oh my god, it does sound like some like weird fantasy land right now. No, because you know why? Denmark is flat. and there are fields everywhere. If you ever go there, you're just gonna see fields, and especially in my area, because we're not, the nearest town is like Odense, which is half an hour away, and there's only like 250,000 people, which is the third largest country in Denmark.
That's okay.
Yeah.
250,000
Honestly.
that's a lot of people compared to Bermuda. Bermuda only has
But
70,000
Bermuda is not-
people.
Bermuda is small.
Yeah,
just
it's
like
a small
little
place.
island. Malaysia,
But
we've got like
we have a lot of
37.
space. There's not a lot of buildings. It's flat. It's just we're still growing corn everywhere, and like
So does your
potatoes
horse,
and
does your horse understand English, or do you speak Danish to
No.
your horse?
no. This is the thing. So when I learned Danish when I was 10, I learned it there. I spoke Danish, obviously, and I'm. That's why my English is a little bit bad sometimes, because my grammar is a mixture of Danish and English now.
I love the
I can't
Danish
tell. I couldn't
language.
tell.
Yeah.
I love
I couldn't
Danish.
tell.
It's like so outback. It's like god,
Wow,
right?
that's sweet. That sounds very pleasant. Thank you.
Okay,
right there,
foreign-
Jules.
And then in a nice way. I mean, okay, how would you say like, hey, have you eaten? Do you want to eat something in Danish?
Vil du have noget at spise?
Oh, that sounds so polite.
Yeah.
Like, I was like thinking it would be like the Hokkien version of
Maybe
Chinese language.
maybe you should try
Okay.
saying things like, "Hey, what's up, man? What'd you have for beer? Oh, what a crazy night last night."
Yeah,
that
yeah.
would
How's that?
that would
How's
have
that?
been like,
Okay, I need to remember, switch back to my Danish now. Switching back and forward. Okay, so
But you got to say it like
synes du ikke, vi skal ud og have nogle øl og bare hygge og have en god fest sammen i aften?
"Hey, that doesn't sound bad at all."
Thank you,
Yeah,
Jules.
but that maybe because Pat is a nice, demure lady.
Okay, but you know what? Okay.
But
But I would
German is
say-
harsher.
Yeah, I was gonna
German
say
is
that
harsher.
German is harsh.
It's much harsher.
German is harsh, and a
that's
lot
like, I
of
love
people
you.
don't know this, but Cantonese is really harsh.
No, Hokkien is harsh. Cantonese is smooth.
Yeah. Hokkien is kind of harsh. No, they're both kind of harsh.
Hokkien's quite harsh.
And people think that
Yeah.
Mandarin is harsh, but it's not.
No,
if you
it's not,
hear
yeah.
someone from China speak it, who's a bit more,
Oh, China is different.
they
affluent.
sing.
yeah. It's
No,
pretty
but
good.
China is different species. They are really, we're different Chinese from the China Chinese.
They call us Huaran.
Like,
They are
yeah, we're the
Huaran,
foreigner.
Yeah, means we're Chinese who are foreign.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're not good at spitting.
But that's why when
Just
people
like-
ask where you're from and you say Chinese, you're like Malaysian Chinese or Chinese
That's what people
Chinese.
don't
That's the thing.
understand.
Yeah.
Like a lot of foreigners, those who have not been to Asia, especially or Malaysia, they're like, "You're Malaysian, so you're a Malay," and we're like, "No, we're Chinese, but you're from Malaysia."
Malaysia, yeah.
Yeah, so they don't get it, you know.
That's true.
But to a lot of people, you are from Denmark, so you're Danish.
Yeah.
But for us, we're Malaysians, but we're Malaysian Chinese. There's Malaysian Indian. There's Malaysian Malay.
It is very, very different. I
So
mean, the
it's
minute you say my
segregated.
mom is Malay, it's you think Malay, right?
Right.
That's a complete different
Right.
race. And then
Yeah.
you got
Right.
it's not even Chinese. It's
But that's the thing.
You can't
I think,
say you're
like you know,
Chinese.
in Thailand, they don't say, because there is Chinese. There are Chinese, and there are the native Thais, and but they never segregate it. They never go like, "Oh, I'm Chinese, but I'm Thai Chinese." No one says that. They'll
Thai
just go,
Chinese.
"I'm
I've never heard
I'm
that.
Thai."
Yeah, I'm Thai.
Do you
You
know
know?
what we found out in Thailand? Out of Japan, Thailand has the biggest population of
Japanese.
like Japanese.
Really?
Bangkok has the
Bangkok.
Bangkok.
I guess because all the factories are there. A lot
The
of different-
factories.
No,
That doesn't sound racist at all. All the Japanese, they're working, they're slaves at the factory.
They just work in factories, those gadgety little people.
It's probably a sushi factory, just to make it a little bit more.
No, but it's true because the culture is the same. The language is like
I
it's
love
different.
to
you know.
learn Japanese.
Yeah, I love.
I would
to
love to learn
eat sushi.
Japanese.
What?
I would love to learn Japanese.
It's difficult, though. The
Danish
kanji
was
is difficult.
freaking difficult to learn. It was it's a freaking tough language, man.
But okay, what would be your first language?
Danish, right?
Danish? Or
Danish.
would you say
No, because
English?
I spoke English from when I'm born to I'm 10, but then from I'm 10, I've kind of grown up, learning the harder words
Yeah.
and uni, college and whatnot is all in Danish. So I read everything in
True.
Danish. So I'm more Danish, I would say, in that sense. But my Danish has now become really rotten because now I've been speaking English for 4 to 5 years again.
crazy.
So that's why I'm like switching back and forth. And actually, it makes me a bit upset because I'm not perfect in English and I'm not perfect in Danish.
No, but it's
Because-
just
yeah.
like me as well. I feel
Tricky,
the same
tricky,
for you
tricky.
because in Malaysia, especially if you're in KL, Chinese in KL, you speak a lot of Cantonese. You speak Mandarin too. But you know, like for our industry and being in Malaysia, 70% are Malay, so you got to know your Bahasa Malaysia as
I need
well.
to learn that,
And
yeah.
but for the urban people like us, where we stay in the city, we speak English.
English, yeah.
So we got a little bit of Cantonese, a little bit of Malay, a little bit of English, but we're not pro. in
As long as you
all.
can get by, you know, order
Yeah.
food and whatnot.
No, but
Yeah,
it's
we
hard,
can't
you
scold
know.
people.
If you leave,
Yes.
if you leave KL, man, it's tough
Yeah, it's
communicating
really
outside of KL. Have you been out, Pat?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a completely different environment, you know, like we live here in KL and we're kind of just stuck here, you know. We don't go out of KL. We go maybe for a holiday in Malacca and whatnot. But if you actually go into like the kampungs and whatnot, it's so hard to get by. They just all look at you and they speak Malay and you don't understand what they're saying.
I think there's a huge disconnect between the urban people and
Yeah, huge.
and the semi-rural and rural. And the thing is, like, take Denmark for example. Obviously, in every country that's rural, there's the city folk, but the disconnect and the disparity is huge here. It's
yeah,
huge.
it's sad to be honest.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't
But
really
that's
like.
a lot of places too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, not in Singapore. Singapore is like just
And
one
I think
nation
but
as
in Malaysia, I don't know many other countries that separate their entertainment business according to demographics. Okay, for example, in Astro, you have your celebrities who are urban, and they'll market it. They market them towards the urban people. So they'll put them in channels. Okay, this, for example, Pat. She's an urban market. You will put her in this show, this show, this show, this show, and this is how we're going to promote her. But okay, let's say someone like someone that I don't know relates better to
The
the
Malay
rural
market.
market, and they'll create that market for them, and they'll promote them in that way. They'll have shows that are for them, and it's huge. Like the jokes, Malay jokes are
slapstick.
very, very, very different from what we're used to.
No, I can notice that.
Yeah.
I don't understand, but I can see in the body language.
it's
You can
huge,
just,
it's huge.
it's a different
It's like
feel.
so animated or whatever. But then again, when
Yeah.
we went to the States, we turned on TV and there was so many brainless shows, reality shows about everything.
I think people have run out of ideas, man. Like
Yo.
honestly, have you seen that show where they find the worst dressed in America? Okay, so
On the streets?
No, so this is the thing, right? No, auditions. Who auditions for that? You know, I understand like shows where you're like, okay, we're auditioning to be the best, but they've come up with a show and
audition
it's
to be the worst.
the worst,
I
and
love
it's
it.
like. You've got the panel of judges. They're trying to be all Tyra Banks and whatnot. You know, they've got the three, and you've got that one woman that's outspoken, and she's like, "Oh my God, look at that!" And you know, you got the people coming in doing the audition, and I'm thinking, well, if you're not a badly dressed person and you just want to be on the show, just put some ugly clothes on and go in there and make fun of yourself. But it gets worse. They pick out someone that's the worst dressed, and they actually stroll up on this freaking van with this, like, what are those called? Those ones that shout out?
Yeah, the
microphones.
drop
The-
it.
the
That's awesome. Hey,
microphone.
okay, don't worry, I'll fix it. Go on.
Yeah, so
Stop,
the
stop,
microphone
and
yelling out, "You're the worst dressed," you know, like, "We found you," and then they go up to this person and they take all her clothes out, and then they have something called the YouTube.
What's
The
a
YouTube.
It's a tube that's basically, it looks really badly made. It's like a box, and it has like a tube that comes out of it, and they freaking put her clothes that's ugly, and it sucks it in.
Oh my gosh!
And it's called the YouTube.
And it's
love
still
it.
playing on air in.
I love
the
that.
I think it's on
States.
Diva or something right
That
now.
is so stupid. I mean, like, okay, understandably, reality show people like the whole drama and all that. That's
Yeah,
why it
they
doesn't
love
work
that,
in
don't
Malaysia
they?
because Malaysians are a little bit too courteous, and you know we don't want to say anything wrong on radio, on TV, and even on
Yeah.
Twitter, right? Patricia, you would know.
Yeah, I got people coming after me for defamation before. That's why I'm saying, like, you know, careful what you write if you're working. I mean, it's so funny because I was actually talking about the other day how you go through Facebook statuses and you think like, dude, why the hell did she write that? You know, like, but it wasn't actually bad what I wrote. I just wrote something that wasn't offensive. It wasn't meant offensively, but it was something about my music and you know, because I'm very into the indie music. So I was just trying to push that out here in Malaysia, and I kind of commented that, you know, that it was still there. So what happened was that they came after me and they freaking, you know, told me that I've defamed them and brought their name down, and that's not the thing. But I mean, this is the thing, you need to be careful, because you can be bullied, you know. It's just me against like some company that thinks that I've done wrong to them, which is not true, but it happens. So just be careful what you tweet, be careful what you put on your Facebook status. Just
Again,
honestly,
there's
just
just
be
a
neutral.
lot of
Yeah.
of unhappy people. I think that's it, you know.
Yeah.
But
This
you
is
see,
unhappy people
that is
trying to
what
bring
we're
out.
being trained to be, neutral, not to give
But
our
no
true
one's
opinion.
neutral. That's inhumane. Everyone has an opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Even
the
the
thing.
people who are silent have opinions. They're just
That's the
thinking
thing.
it. And
Yeah.
the thing is that when you're not brought up to speak out, and this is why I speak out about a lot of things, because I'm brought up in Denmark. And in Denmark, you speak out.
Yeah.
You know, women are equal to men. Women work as hard as men do. You know, now there's a new law, 50% women in the meeting room, 50% men. There has
That's
to be.
awesome.
Yeah, because it's basically showing that, you know, everyone has to be able to speak freely about what your opinion is. You know, how can you shut people up like that? You know, this is how we feel. This is what could make change. But because of the environment that we live in, it's hard to speak up, because you get threats, and then you get lawsuits coming after
Yeah.
you. And
You
then
know
you got
what? They
this, and you got
cultivate. They
that.
cultivate an environment of fear.
Yeah. you are followers,
Yeah.
not leaders. And I think, like, unfortunately, like Mandarin
That's
school,
a
like,
communist
I
way.
think Mandarin school is great for kids, you know, to grow up learning how to do a lot of homework, and also, you know, teaching how to be obedient. But
That sounds like a dog.
yeah, but you know what?
Sit.
That happens. So it doesn't teach you how to, you know, come up with ideas, how to ask questions. You sit, you obey, you follow, you listen to what we do. And so when I was in college, there are all these Chinese school students who excel in their classes. They get A, they got distinction for everything, because in their exam paper, it was 100% exactly
yeah.
the same as those textbooks. They memorized everything,
yeah.
but when you speak to them, they can't really speak English.
Are we saying
They
this
can
because we
memorize.
all sort of, all three of us sort of suck
Yeah,
at
we're
academics?
like bananas. What bananas?
Not
is,
bananas, it's
is
just that
people
we
who
probably
can't
didn't, like-
speak Chinese, but we're Chinese.
We probably didn't really excel too.
I did well.
No, but
Speak
when-
for
Oh,
yourself.
Oh yeah, that's true.
This is what happens,
Julie
right? When
did
you
very
block
well.
everyone
Oh, thank
off
you.
from thinking freely, and you structure them under the same system, the same books, the same numbers, the same words, you block off people's creativity.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this is what happens, what I think, in the scene. Like, we have all the same music playing on air. We have all the same things going on, because everyone doesn't think out of the box. They just think, okay, we need numbers. What's working? Okay, commercial music. Okay, I'm using that as an example. Commercial music works. Okay, so let's just do that, because that will probably bring in the numbers. And they're just going with the safe option, you know, because that this is what we know. But they're not, you know, saying, let's try something else. You know, let's try feed the public something else. And I think that people are kind of misjudging people's, you know, what they're ready for. I think a lot of people say, no, they're not ready for that. Yeah, but if you don't push it, how are you going to know if they're ready for it? And you're not
True.
making any change.
Because you
Yeah.
got to create that norm for people too,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly.
And it's not just, okay, taking music for example. It's because you drone it, because you play the commercial stuff, everyone's used to it, therefore
Exactly.
it pulls in the numbers.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you
And
gotta
but-
educate people about it.
True. But back to the subject of people doing well in schools. I want to say that not everybody who was doing super, like a lot of good kids, studious kids, did well in academics, but when they come out to the real world,
They don't know how to function.
Some,
Yeah.
I'm not saying all of them, but some of them lack social skills.
Yeah,
And
you're
even
right.
though you excel at it,
You're right.
sometimes you gotta sell. You gotta know how to like sell
Yeah.
yourself. You know how to talk your way
Talk,
out of
yeah.
things. You know how to negotiate. You know how to make deals. You gotta be very assertive.
Yeah.
And that's why I think a lot of people from the West, they will come over and they'd be like, they're more assertive. They get more things done. They're not necessarily more intelligent, but it's because they speak out.
They have the social skills, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
which is very important to do business.
Exactly.
You know, you people we judge people out of first impression.
Yeah.
That's what we all do. You know,
Yeah.
it's a natural thing. Yeah.
You want to work with people that you like, that
Yeah.
you can get along.
Yeah.
Not
You
like
see that
some
they're strong,
smart,
yeah.
quiet guy who just sits
True.
down and
True,
it's not
true,
like a
true.
team player.
It's a good example. My cousin, I'm going to use him as a good example. He was brought up also very, very get A's, get A's, get A's. And then when he got all his
Not
A's, yeah, he got A's. That sounded wrong.
No.
He got all his A's. And then when he got all his A's, he was allowed to travel to Denmark. So he came over for a summer holiday. And it was the most funny thing in the world. He wouldn't speak to people. He would bend his head down.
Shit,
so when
that's
you
so
speak
crazy.
to him, he'd just be like,
Yeah, when you speak to him, he'd be like,
he
yeah,
just doesn't look at, he can't look in your eyes.
equation of pi
Yeah.
equals to a
Plus
for
3 plus
minus
5
5.
gives- yeah. And then he would like, because he wasn't used to get the food that he wants, we in Denmark we just eat whatever, so we can eat whenever. And he was just
On your
like-
horse.
He got so on our horses galloping down the street.
Horse meat. They eat horse meat.
No horse.
No, that's
meat.
terrible.
Yeah.
People eat dog meat.
It's like
oh my
pet
gosh, in
for
Asia
me.
they eat dog meat. That's
That's
disgusting.
that's terrible. I
Sorry,
wouldn't do
go
that
on
either.
with your cousin.
Yeah, go on your cousin.
No, he's just very, very timid and shy, and it was so weird for him to suddenly come to Denmark, I think, because he got all his food and he would be like piling it up all in one bread. Everything he could put on that bread, he put on there.
Yeah.
And he was just like eating it. It was like everything was new, like someone that had just come out of like some cave. Like there's a world out here. And we brought him to Tivoli, which was like a fun park, and I brought him up in the Golden Tower, which brings you all the way up to the top and let's go. And because it was something he's never tried before. So when he went up there, he was like hyperventilating the whole way.
He lost his shit.
He lost it.
What the fuck is going on here?
The whole way, and I looked at him, and he looked like he was dying.
He
Like,
probably
dying.
had a fear of heights, and he just didn't know how to say it.
Yeah,
You
he
know?
was too shy to say it. I don't want to. No, it's fine.
But you know what? I've got a cousin like that too, and I think it boils down to parenting.
That's what's happening.
Yeah,
And it is the
exactly.
parenting.
That's
It's-
as what we were saying just now. If you don't cultivate a sense of human connection with others around you,
let them go out and play.
social
Let them
skills.
go out and be with their friends.
But having said that, not every studious person doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not like they don't have social skills. I'm pretty sure a lot
We're
of people have social
generalizing
skills.
right
You gotta
now.
We're
give them
generalizing, of
confidence.
course.
You gotta give them confidence,
Yeah.
then they dare to meet people.
But that's also about playing, and this is what I'm saying. When I was brought up, it was like I didn't have that, like not that much. I used to play with my girlfriend upstairs, and once in a while, but I would have to come back at 4, and then I start all my homework and stuff. And I used to read lots and lots of books. So I used to just sit in my room, and I'm actually I'm a geek, like. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am. I'm like one of,
Everyone did.
No, it's true. It's true.
There were no cool 8-year-old kid.
No, but literally, like, even when I went to Denmark, I used to like geek out on all like math, and like I'm really, really into all that. Yeah.
Pop
School
and lock.
studies.
Is there?
No, that's when I started rebelling. That's my teenage years.
I'm gonna pop and lock.
At my
I'm
hands,
gonna
it's
do some
all.
hip hop,
No, fuck the shop. I'm taking it to the street.
wearing a cap and all that. No, but Patricia had a best
done with
friend.
math.
Hey, you know what? It's so good that you guys studied in Hong Kong, because the both of you had something in common, and that is that one best friend that lasted till now. That's like 10, 20 years. You've
True.
got
Crazy.
George
I
from
got two,
Korea,
yeah.
and you've got your best friend who lived upstairs, right? And she's in Cali now.
Yeah, California. I haven't
pretty
seen
cool.
her since I'm 11, but we remember each other so well because we were so tight that we Facebook each other.
How tight were you? Tell
that
us.
tight.
Hey, but I have to say something though. Thank God for Facebook.
That's what
yeah.
that's what happened when
For
I started using it to connect with people overseas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For people like us we studied and we've been to different countries. We grew up in different countries. We have different friends from different countries.
Yeah.
That's
It was
the best
excellent.
way to connect.
Yeah.
But that's the pros. The cons is how many actual friends do you have on Facebook that you do meet, that you do call out
Like
and say,
3%
hey,
of
you
them?
know?
Yeah.
So yeah, right. Like most of them, you don't even talk to. In fact, you wouldn't even talk to them in real life because you guys have no chemistry. You guys don't get along well. But because you know one another, you sort of like have to accept. the
And
friend
because
request.
you're probably gonna see that person next weekend, like shit, I didn't.
Yeah, let's-
I
Did you
didn't-
get
I
my
didn't-
friend request? No, I haven't checked Facebook. Oh well, I saw you put that status up, so
Yeah.
obviously you did check Facebook.
It's on my phone. It's on my phone.
No, it's so high tech. You can see where your viewers are and
No,
are
that
coming
is
from and all that.
creepy.
Yeah.
I've taken that off. I can't believe that. I don't want people to see where I am. I've got a stalker.
Yeah.
What's up with that dude?
I don't want
What
him
is-
to know where I
Tell us
am.
about your stalker.
Tell us about your
Well,
stalker.
we don't have to say his
Stalker.
name.
He's this. He must be what, 60? 56-year-old
He
guy.
looked about 50 at max, because we supported you at one of your gigs and we saw your stalker too.
Yeah,
and I was like
that's
walking
fun.
past your stalker just to get a closer look.
Yeah, everyone's like,
The
which
stalker.
one?
We
And
were
then you
stalking
guys
the
start being all
stalker.
creepy. Yeah, you know, he sits in the corner. He comes to all my events. And what happened was that he started emailing me when I was on air. And he used to call the phone in the studio, like, freaking, like, every 5 minutes he'd be calling. And it'd just be ringing. And it's...
How'd you know
because
it's
you're
him,
in the
though?
studio. Sorry?
How'd you know it's him?
You can see the
The number.
right?
Yeah, the number came
Oh.
up. But as we started
Technology.
all getting used to it, was that one, you know? So because there's no sound, obviously, in the studio when we're on air, it would just be blinking like that. So, yeah, he just started sending a lot of emails, having conversations with himself. I never, ever emailed him back. He
So
always,
crazy.
yeah, so he'd be like, thanks for your SMS, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what? And then at the end of the message, he'd go, can I have your phone number, by the way? I'm like, I thought you just sent me an SMS. Like,
That's so
read
strange.
your messages through.
Oh
yeah.
man, that is like
And
mental.
it's strange that
That's
he's like
mental.
a grown ass man and he's doing it.
That's why,
Yeah,
you know,
but he
he used to be a
doesn't look
professor,
great.
you know?
Really?
On some uni, in some uni.
See, don't train
See?
your kids to study so hard.
See, there you go. It
Don't
doesn't
train
mean
your
that you're
kids to-
smart.
Yeah.
You got social skills.
Yeah.
Exactly, and I can't really figure out. I would actually love to know his background because he's just so weird. You know, he wrote me an email as well saying like, I'm gonna come to 21 delusional, and we're gonna go home in my car and then go home to your place, and then I'm gonna stay over, but we can't do anything physical because I have a severe back pain.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, wait,
This is not an
what's
asking
going
you.
on?
It's smart. It's a new strategy because no guys ever used that before.
That's true.
It's like, Patricia, can I come over to your place? It's not like that. It's like, hey, I'm coming over to your place.
Yeah,
but
demand
you
it.
ain't gonna do anything, okay? Because of my back pain.
Listen, girl.
Like, let me tell
Listen,
you
girl,
what
I'm
you
gonna
can
stalk you, but I got this back pain. Like,
So let me
I just
talk
can't
to
do
you
it.
too fast. Let me just stare at you in bed.
We'll just keep it by SMS.
Oh, that's
email.
so creepy. Yeah, he turned up at all my events, and he would be like standing in the corner somewhere, and he, you know, he just doesn't get the hint. He added me on Skype when I managed to block him on some of my feeds, because obviously I can't prohibit myself from using my Facebook fan page just because of him, because I still need that platform for my work. So he is there somewhere. I just don't know where. He just probably made up a name or something, and I think he made up Raymond because he did call the studio once, and I knew it was him. And there is a guy on Twitter called Raymond that tweets me a lot, so I think it's him. I just don't know. It would be funny to find out, actually.
Do not
You
name
should-
your kids Raymond.
You should put
Like,
on.
I don't like the name Raymond.
Does he call and does he just go?
No, he doesn't have my phone number. That would be creepy, though.
Yeah.
Just
Thanks.
breathy.
Yeah, just breathing.
What about you, Julie? Do you have any stalkers?
Yeah, honestly, I mean,
sure you do.
not like stalkers that come to events that just look at you like that, but like random emails. And because I've been using my phone number for a long time and it's very easy to remember, so I get all these weird calls sometimes, like in the middle of the night, but I don't pick up. And sometimes they use private number and just talk to you. And have you ever gotten
Yeah, I
that?
know
Have
those
you
ones,
ever gotten
private
the
number.
call where suddenly this and I got the message and I showed it to Darren immediately, like, hi, my boss, like this big shot would like to pay you for a dinner night out, you know, and we hope that you'll accept. And he dropped
Creeps.
some names
Creeps.
of other like personalities who have accepted the offer. This girl went out with him before, and I was like, wow, it's
What
great,
were the
you know.
names?
I know,
Tell us
I
the names.
don't want to tell you on air. I'll tell you off air. But I was like, great, you know, if they go out with your boss and whatever they're doing. So obviously, it's like a sexual offer. Number one, you don't know who this creep is. Don't know how they got your number.
But a lot of people would actually do it for the money. They'd
No,
probably be like,
are you
how much?
serious? But I'm like, no, I do not do such things. Like, you'll be offended. But he was like, why? To them, it's like, why? I mean, like, this person has done it before. And I'm like, great if they've done it, you know? That's their prerogative.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it, you know, just find somebody else. And I was like, okay, it's okay. Call me back if you change your mind. Like, what?
That's
You know?
so weird, man. No, that's creepy. But I
Yeah.
guess some people, they don't see it as disgusting as we do, maybe. They think it's maybe just normal, you know? Why not?
They were like, okay, nobody would find out, so let's just do it, right?
Yeah, like...
But
wha-
that is
And
real
he,
bad.
he offered money? Did he offer money?
He wouldn't say the price, but obviously the price is open
$50 million.
for negotiation. But would you do it for 50 million, babe?
How much would you put Juliet's worth, Darren. Come on.
No, I would not put her on it.
No,
but
you're just doing the sneak around the question because you know that any answer right now would definitely.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a girl saying,
Give us a
"Baby,
number."
Do I look good without makeup or with makeup?"
who's your favorite? Who's your favorite actress and why? Those are always
It's
traps.
traps.
I've never asked you
It's
that.
traps.
Why is that a trap? I mean, if you say Anne Hathaway, I'm not going to get pissed off at you because you like Anne Hathaway.
No, but you'd be like, yo, do you think
Do you think I'm prettier than Anne
Yes.
Hathaway?
Trap. Or like, is Anne Hathaway sexy to you? What's sexy about her?
And then you're asking in the sweetest way, but the end result is always the
It's
answer
wrong.
you're not waiting for. So it's just like, okay, hopefully he's clever enough to just say, "You're the most beautiful one in the
Yeah.
world,
Oh,
darling."
So
is
you
what
think
he
Anne
said.
Hathaway's butt is sexy?
No food
Bring it up,
for
they
you
bring it
for
up.
3 days.
No, it's true. It's true. We kind of like trap our boys like
Yeah.
that. I have to say I'm guilty in that as well.
No, back to the question. 50 million.
Ringgit.
That's a lot of dough.
You sell me for 50
no, not
million
you.
ringgit?
Not you.
No,
Alright, let's-
no. That's it. Now he's withdrawing. He's like,
Okay.
oh, that's her
not
reaction.
you,
Okay,
not you.
withdraw.
But if anybody,
Would you go with a datin, like let's say a rich,
Careful,
single woman whose husband is always traveling, or probably the husband's not
Basically,
around
he's
anymore.
like the affair.
So-
Yeah, you
the
be
toy
the toy
boy.
boy.
I'm the toy boy.
50 million ringgit.
Yeah. Okay.
Come on, honestly, come on.
50 million.
50 million is a lot of money, but I'm gonna say the right thing. Ain't nobody can buy my integrity.
Come on, you take it for 25 million. I know you. For 25 million.
You know what?
take
Everyone
it.
is so.
I'll be his manager.
Yeah, it's like the
And if he wants
pageanty
Darren-
answer.
5 mil.
World peace.
I'll go for 5 mil.
1 million ringgit. Yeah, not US dollars. Take him. We'll
but-
give you 5 days free.
It's funny because morally people would always have that answer because of course it's never going to happen. You know,
Yeah,
no one's
yeah,
going to
yeah,
come up
yeah,
and say 50
yeah.
million. So, you know, you might as well say, of course not. But if it did happen and you were broke, you know what I mean?
Be like, yo,
50
where,
million.
what you mean? What you want me to wear? You want me to wear? You want me to wear nothing? I can wear whatever. What
I
you
can
what
wear
you
your
want?
bra.
What you want? I'll wear speedos. I'll do whatever you want,
white
man.
Speedos. Oh, that'd be hot.
I swear to God.
Wait, but then
Really?
okay.
You like Speedos?
Back to more serious stuff. Wait, you gotta give Pat that the ox.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, back to Pat. Pat got kidnapped. I think a lot of people
That was
don't
a
know
Yo,
nice
that's
that.
a-
way. That was a nice way of
What a
starting
clue.
out. Back to Pat. Pat, you got kidnapped.
Pat kidnapped. It's sort of like rhymes.
Guys, something serious, okay? Forget the 50 million for sex. Pat got kidnapped.
Yeah, and the ransom was not fitted. It's like
Great
no ransom
segue.
at all.
Great
It's
segue.
like transition to something more
I'll
serious.
make a bad DJ because I don't know how to transition from one song to another.
We're talking
Now,
about
back to
happiness,
Pat.
Back to
GDP.
Pat. You got kidnapped. And I'm like, I'm gonna cry now. It's fine.
Yeah, right. Come
I won't
on,
cry.
tell us the story.
But that is a pretty crazy story, though.
Okay, for those
Yeah.
people who've never been to Malaysia, it's not a common thing to get kidnapped in Malaysia, okay? You just so happen that our dear friend, our foreign friend here got kidnapped.
What a crazy
The
ordeal when I
only
first heard
person
it.
I know
You
that
know
got-
what? I've tried 3 things now. The first one was the guy that in the elevator he brought out his penis in front of me and my girlfriend.
What?
Imagine this: my girlfriend came from Denmark, and it's her first night. And we
Is-
get in the elevator, and this guy's followed us, and we're standing in the elevator, and this guy suddenly goes, "Girls," and we turn around, and he has his penis in his hand, and he's just shaking it, going, "It's for free." For free, not 5 million, but for free. And we're just standing
That
there
guy's
going,
cheap.
"What?" Yeah, and we're in the elevator, and Karen, thanks, Karen, jumps behind me and pushes me forward. I still to this day, she's my best friend. Still, I didn't hate her after that.
You take
Yeah,
the dick.
take her.
You take the dick.
I know. So she was like standing behind me, waving to the guy, going, "No, no, no," you know. And the guy's just like standing there with it, and I'm like, "You stay away, you stay away." And we were backing out of the elevator because luckily I live on 7th floor and at that time, and not on like freaking 31st. So on the 7th floor, we were backing out, and he was going towards us with this psychotic look on his face, and
Was
we
there
were just
camera in the lift?
no, but I mean, it wasn't that. The security wasn't that good at that time. It was like it's in Pelangi. Sorry to all the people who want to buy places there. But it was a really bad area. The security wasn't that good. The second time was when I was in Changkat and I was walking with a big bag, and a guy on a motorbike drove by me, turned around, came back and grabbed my boob. That was the most
Sorry,
awkward
okay,
thing.
that's
Yeah, I know, right?
You know-
But it's funny. I was like,
You know
2
how
p.m.
funny these sound?
terrible.
These sound so funny. It's like, turned around the lift. This guy whipped out his dick, and then I was walking down Chanka. This guy forgot something. Turned around. Hey, I'm gonna grab
my
your boob.
I mean, at least he didn't take my bag. I'm okay. My
you
boob's
do
still
have
here.
nice boobs.
It
Oh,
might
thank God.
sag a little bit more than the right one.
Thank
but-
God he didn't take my boob.
Yeah,
He didn't take my
God,
bag. He
so
got my boob instead.
I might say
The
she's
left
got
one,
nice
the left
boobs,
one.
so I mean I would do the same too.
Thanks,
But wait,
Jules.
speaking
On a
of-
rumpet bike, is it?
Speaking of dicks, I just gotta
Speaking
talk
of
about
dicks.
like this experience that I had also with like this random dick, right? Well, I was in primary
Random
school.
dick.
Like I was in primary school, so I was like 10. I was in SMDJ, Damansara Jaya, just down the road, suburban school, waiting for my school bus outside. The same thing happened. Me and my friend waiting for a bus. This guy was on a bicycle with super short shorts.
He turned around, trying to grab.
I like the detail of the super short shorts with his long hanging out.
Oh, wait, I gotta turn around. Gotta turn around. I'm gonna get some boob.
No, but unfortunately, I was 10. I had no boobs. So what he did was, he just sort of like, hey girls, where is this place? This place. So I thought it was genuinely asking for directions, and then after that, he just twisted his waist a little bit, and his dick came out of his shorts. So it was like hanging off his shorts, and he knew it, and he just loved looking at our face because we
my
were like,
God.
ah! And he was like,
Actually, you know what?
And
That
there
is
was like white
creepy.
stuff coming out.
Oh, gross.
And it was not the first time because we screamed and we
Not the
ran in
first
to look for
time.
a teacher. He disappeared. Few months down the road, same guy. Unfortunately, I was that same girl standing outside for the school bus, and he did the same thing, not recognizing me, but I recognized him and his dick. And the moment I saw him, I
recognized
ran
him and
inside.
his
He went
dick.
away.
What do you
Never
mean
saw him.
recognize his dick? It's like, oh, he wore a cap. Oh, I saw his
Every year
dick.
he
That's
comes
him.
and
It's
flashes
so
on-
short.
That's Harry. That's Harry.
It's I can see there.
Sup, Harry? Sup? Your dick look kind of big today. What's up, Harry?
No, it'd be funny if every
was
year he comes
tormenting
back and
for
he's like,
me.
first year he was on a tricycle, second year he was on a bike, and he's in a car. You know, he's like upgrading so you
Yeah.
can see how time flies by.
But you know, they say that the best thing for these guys is to laugh at them. When they
Yeah.
whip out their dick,
Oh, yeah,
you're
that's
supposed to
true.
go, you know, and then
good
they be like,
reaction.
"Ah, you bitches think that shit's funny, huh?" That's what
But
repels
then
them
again,
apparently.
you don't want to piss them off, and then they kidnap your 10-year-old
Yeah, you-
ass.
yeah,
and
you
do
don't want-
something.
You don't want to turn around. I'm gonna get that bitch for laughing at my dick.
Yeah, but you know what? That's the right thing to do. Laugh at them. Yeah, I'll be back when you're 20, and I'll grab your boob and chunk it. Maybe that's what it is.
It was so awkward, and it was like afternoon. You know, I didn't even have lunch yet. It was like,
What's that
going
going to do?
on?
Like after lunch, it's like boobs is bigger.
Yeah.
Hey man, you better come back after lunch. Grab my boob then.
You gotta pay for my lunch.
At least you could have bought me lunch. But it was
Yeah.
a funny experience. And the third experience was obviously not as funny. But I mean, I can talk about it now because I've never, when it happened, it went, I don't know. It was a weird thing. You just move, you get up next morning. I got up the next morning and
Wait, is this the boob one or
this is a kidnapping
No, it's
one.
a
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
oh, back to
like
kidnapping.
serious
This is
stuff
serious
now.
shit though. This is
Yeah,
serious
this
shit.
is-
This is pretty fucking serious.
Me and my friend, we basically, I was at Echo Bar. I'm really promoting some places to live and
Yeah, but you're
bars to go
promoting
to.
getting kidnapped.
Yeah.
And then you're at Ecopa.
Exactly. So I wanted to take a cab, and my friend was like, no, don't take a cab. It's dangerous. I'm like, okay. So she goes, my friend will take you. And I've met the friend like maybe 2-3 times. A nice guy. And he brings me in his car to fetch me home. Joey and I were having a little bit of a discussion, you know, one of those bickering fights. So he had switched off his phone.
Joey's your boyfriend.
Yeah, Joey's my boyfriend. So what happened was that we went and pumped petrol at a petrol station, and it was like 1 o'clock. It was on
In the
a
morning.
weekday. Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't that late. It was actually here in Tamantoon at the Shell station.
Where Ali?
You know where all the 3 big
Whoa.
stations? Yeah. So basically, like it happened there, and what happened was that. We saw the CCTV. I didn't know what was happening. I was sitting in the front seat. He went out to pump petrol, and then suddenly, boom! You know, I look to the right, and there's a stranger sitting next to me yelling. And then I look back, and there's another stranger with a freaking parang around my friend's neck, and I'm just like, oh my god! So out of reaction, he goes, "Get out of the car!" So I'm just like, grab the car door, and there's a third guy that rips open the door and then grabs my bag, and I'm struggling with him. So all my stuff just fly everywhere on the floor.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. So and then my first
When you turned
instinct,
around, it'd be funny if the guy with the parent was like, "What's up?"
yeah, what's up? You okay?
Yeah, just keep driving.
And we're like a band.
Okay, anyway,
We're
go
like
on.
a
Yeah, so the
syndicate.
guy pulls you out.
Yeah, he tried to grab my phone, but I managed to sneak it behind me and put it in my back pocket. And I don't know, out of reaction, I just started taking my rings off and put it in my bra.
She's like a pro kidnappee.
Yeah, I don't know why. I think I've seen too many
Kidnapping.
movies and documentaries. Yeah, take all that jewelry. They're not gonna get none of that. Yeah, my boob's there though. You can grab that one.
That's one that guy kind of came back and he's like, grab the boob. Oh, that's
Yeah,
some hard shit in there.
back again, like some movie. But actually, you know what? Honestly speaking, it was at that time it was really scary. But I found out how I react is, you just have to keep quiet, because if you panic, they're already panicking. They held my head down for like 2 hours, I think. They
so
tied us with
crazy.
like cable wires. They put us in the back. They wanted they already cut my friend's hand with the parang, so he was bleeding everywhere, so I was sitting in like blood, and it was a really weird thing, like, and I could hear it as a syndicate, because you've got the main driver in the front seat driving like crazy, you got me sitting with some guy and my friend sitting with another guy with his t-shirt over his head, and they were on a walkie-talkie, so you could hear there was a car behind following us. So they wanted his bank card, they wanted money, they wanted to basically, they threatened him, they thought I was his girlfriend, so they were like, we're gonna rape her, we're gonna do this. And at one time they actually tried to pull me out of the car to get me into the other car, but he grabbed me with his legs, and because there was too much commotion, I actually was thrown back into the car, so they drove off with me. So luckily, so it was just me, the guy with the parang, my friend, and then the driver. And I don't know, it ended with, they drove us to Gombak Jungle. We no clue where we were. I was trying to make a call from my phone because I managed to sneak it into the back seat of the car, so I managed to get it up a bit. But because it was so dark, it would lit up, so I was trying to like freaking do my best to cover it. It was so dodgy, but they pulled us out. Suddenly they stopped the car, they pulled us out. We were in the middle of Gombak Jungle. We got on our knees. They got us to go down on our knees.
At that moment, you must have thought, "Fuck, they're gonna kill us."
Yeah, of course, and the reason I actually thought that was because that my friend started to hyperventilate and was like actually begging for his life, and that was when I thought, shit. Are they gonna kill us now?
Should I beg?
Yeah,
too?
should I beg too? But I was just, I found out that I go quiet. I'm quite, like, I'll cry once and then I'll be quiet, because there's no use crying. So and then they just ran off. They took his car. They drove off, but take the car, take all our stuff. We were alive, and a lorry came by, brought us to the nearest police station. Got to the police station, and.
So thank goodness they did
Holy
not
shit.
rape you. I mean, because all they wanted was the car, right? They didn't even go to the ATM to take money.
They did. They took out 4,000 from his card. Yeah.
Okay.
But they wanted 10K or more. Imagine
There's
that,
a
just for
limit.
10K.
There's a limit to cards these days. Like
That's
ATM,
why,
like
you can't take
maximum,
out.
I don't know, 5,000 or something
Yeah.
like that.
But,
So they were
but
going
still,
for
what a
safety.
crazy ordeal.
I mean, yeah, it was quite an experience. And the worst thing was that I couldn't call Joey and my mom because Joey had switched off his phone. So remember as well, if you ever let your loved ones leave the house, always be reachable for each other,
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
even though if
Always.
you guys having a fight.
Even though you're angry at each other, you obviously still love each other, right? So, if anything happens, at least they can call you, like if Julie's out or if you're out, leave it on not silent. I have it all on silent, but
But why do
don't
you
put it on
think
silent.
they targeted you guys?
I think
Did they
I mean
follow
we
you?
either knew that they followed us or they were already waiting at the Shell station, because basically like what happened was that we were parked there and we saw the CCTV camera. They basically rolled up next to us on the other pump next to it, and then the minute that Mark turned around and walked back to the car, they all came running out of the car and grabbed him, and so
that's
so
dangerous. Don't
yeah.
pump petrol at night.
Don't do that. Just pump it in the day, and if you don't have enough petrol, just freaking push the car home.
So crazy. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
They must have been following him though.
That's why I was thinking if they followed us from Echo Bar, if they were parked on the side of the
No,
road waiting for
definitely
the
they
first
followed.
victim, yeah.
It's not, I mean, these guys are professional syndicate. They cannot leave it to chance. Like, let's just hope, like, this car, like, let's say a Toyota Vios, that they need, because they know their order. The order is to get a Vios, let's just say.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't just hope that a Vios would turn up. They would have spotted the car,
Yeah.
followed you guys for a few days
Yeah.
to know what is your schedule.
No, but I've the first time I didn't know him. I only got in his car, isn't it? I don't think they've really. I think that they might have followed from Ecobar. That's the furthest. But I think that they could have also just been parked by the Shell station, basically waiting for.
So they sort of like go to a car park area. Okay, see the car that they want. It's like a buffet spread of cars, right? See the car
Yeah.
that they want and then follow. Is that right?
It could be like that, yeah. Or they're just they see me and him are easy target. You know, maybe a couple is easy because you can threaten
Yeah,
the guy
that's right.
on the girls' lives. You know,
Yeah.
which is also an easy target because obviously Darren would just give you up. Hopefully, take her.
50 million.
I don't care. Don't take my money. Just rape
I
her.
won't, honey.
No, but you know
I won't
what?
give you up.
He said
I,
that.
I know of
I'll
a
give you
girl.
up.
I know of a girl who also lost her car. I mean, my car got stolen, but thankfully they just took it when I wasn't in the car. But this other girl, she finished work, she drove home, and when she got out of the car in her house, in her car porch, then the guy walked up to her with a knife, like, "Hey, I need your car keys." And she was shocked at first,
Here, take it.
but the guy was so nice and polite. The guy was like, "I don't want to do anything to you. Take off your laptop in the back seat. I don't want that. I just need your car." Then she was like, "Oh, okay." Then she felt like, okay, because it's insurance anyway, right?
Yeah.
She can get back the money. But she was like, so she was chatting with the guy.
What?
She was like. The guy was like telling her, "Man, we've already been scouting you for a few days. They know where she lives. She know what time she comes
That's a
back."
really bad con. He's just like giving up all his tricks.
Yeah,
so basically.
but if they have an order for your car and if they're just waiting for the green light, they would just go and get it. There's nothing you can do about it. So she just gave him the keys without hassle, and that's what he wants. No hassle, fast free. Just you take your laptop, I keep you safe. I take your car.
So
you
it's a
claim
polite
insurance.
burglar.
Yeah, it's a very polite kind of person because he doesn't want to harm anybody.
Excuse me.
He just wants to steal
Excuse
people's
me.
stuff.
Could I have your keys, please?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do anything to you.
So
But,
your car that you paid with your hard-earned money. That's
I'll
so
punch you in the
wrong.
mouth.
Yeah, but those are some of the exciting things you can find here in Malaysia, but anywhere else as well, right? Cars get stolen, cars get smashed
Grand
into.
theft.
My car got smashed into. I mean, like when I was driving, okay, do not put your purse on the passenger seat because
Yeah, that's bad as well. Man.
Motorcyclists,
Can't believe that
there was
happened.
like 2 motorcyclists. So they always have an accomplice. It cannot be just one motorcyclist because one have to ride, the other one have to smash your window.
Yeah.
So, but mine, twice it happened. One was just one single motor bike, but 2 person on the bike. And the first time was 2 bikes with 4 people in total. So
They were all 4 on the bike?
no, like 2 bikes.
Oh, 2 bikes. Sorry, I was like, one bike with 4 people.
Like a whole family.
you grab
the
them.
brothers,
One opens the door,
daddy,
one
mommy.
Stone. One has acid.
We need money for milk, and that's what it's smashed. But this one is like the first bike would scout, look
Yeah,
inside,
see if you have something.
and then the next second he will signal the second bike. The second bike will come, smash, take. You don't even have time to honk because you are in a state of shock.
No, it goes so fast. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. It just goes so fast that your brain doesn't,
Doesn't even
catch
register.
up. No, it doesn't catch up. Like even the kidnapping thing, it doesn't catch up before something. You're just thinking, what's going on? Like, you know what I mean?
That's
What's happening? I'm tired. What?
Yeah.
Your brain has to kind of adjust to this. It's not realistic to you, isn't it? At first, it's not realistic. You're just like, this can't be happening to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You always think it happens to your neighbor, but it doesn't.
That's why they say that people who train for different situations. I mean, a lot of people say these loony people, like for example, the Doomsday Preppers.
Yeah, I love
That's
that.
a pretty good show,
They're
but
so funny.
the fact that they train, if it ever does happen, they are the people who are going to survive.
Exactly.
Not like
And
us,
I
be like,
know where they are.
Get me out of here.
You know, so
true.
Julie, you and I are probably going to be like,
We'll
save us. No, I'll go Rambo. I've seen so many documentaries now about surviving. Bear Grylls is like the best.
Oh,
So,
Bear Grylls awesome
yeah.
as well. Lately, Patricia has introduced us to this horror show called American Horror Story. But it's not that horrific. It's
It
just
is.
gruesome. It's a bit
Okay.
like fake in the way the ghosts. The ghosts are all talking to one another. They're like humans.
It's not supposed to be like, that kind of
eerie,
like
not eerie.
gory, as in like their faces half peeled off. It's supposed to be, it's the writing of it, it's the writer. He knows how to make it twisted. and it is twisted if you actually really.
Yeah, it
It is.
twisted.
I mean, it
There's
is
a lot of
twisted. It's
twists to the
twisted. It's things
story.
that you wouldn't want. You know, like who comes up with this? Do you mean like it's weird?
Yeah.
And the second season with Asylum, and of course I've got Jessica Lange, which is she's
She's so
absolutely
good in
Best
it.
actress, man.
brilliant. Yeah, she won an Oscar for the first season.
She did?
She did.
Oh, a Golden
an Emmy.
Globe.
Sorry.
Oh,
An
Emmy, right.
and for supporting actress.
Mm-hmm.
And she, in the second season, the Asylum one, she is freaking amazing. Like the character that she's playing is just so intriguing. You know, every scene I see her, I feel like I'm just sitting there like staring at her, going, "I really feel you, man." Like, you know what I mean? Like, I really think that this is how you feel. You know, you are the nun. You are mean. You know, and then when she turns good, you're like, you're good. You're good. You know, like.
Okay, she just gave away like a major
Oh,
point.
what? I always do that. Okay, you know what? Honestly,
I don't
I
watch
take
that
that
show
back.
no more.
She doesn't turn good, but you see what happens. You'll
Right.
see what happens. There's
Right.
it's a story. You follow each character's journey, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And I love the twists and turns, and I love the way it's shot. Even just the way it's shot. You know, the how do you call it? The filmography.
Cinematography.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's
Cinematography
so
is pretty
freaking
good.
nice. Yeah,
It's pretty good. It's pretty creepy.
That's what I'm saying. It's good. And
Cinematography.
Yeah.
I hate it when anything is more than 3 syllables. It should always be like just
know, sometimes
1 or 2 syllables.
So
Hungry. Eat now. Not like cinematography.
yeah, it's a
Like,
long
what?
word. That's the kind of words I need to learn still in English. But no, but
You don't
guys,
have to
come
learn
on.
those
Wouldn't
words.
you think that a series like that, the way that they put it, you know, you've not seen it before, right? No one's made a series like that. And luckily for them, they have good actors. Because
Oh, yeah,
if
it's
they
all
didn't have
about
good
acting.
actors, it would be like a B movie, a series. But they have excellent actors. And you know as well as I do that it's freaking super hard to scare people nowadays. We've seen everything now. Do you
That's
know?
okay.
It's-
See, that's the thing I wanted to bring up about American Horror Story. It's good. I think the first 5 episodes was money.
Money?
It was
good.
yeah,
It was good. It's
it was
like
really
money
Is
good.
that
shot.
like a slang
Then
for-
after that,
He's like black inside.
I'm black and
Yeah, but I already heard what you did. I heard that you got too excited and went and like read the whole thing. So you know what? I'm not gonna take you saying that this is a shitty season because you read the whole thing.
okay,
then of
wait.
course it becomes
It
shitty.
was good. I thought it was so creepy.
Yeah, it is. Right?
Then when like all the ghosts start talking to each other, like they were like, "Hey, what's up? Hey."
The ghost could
hey,
even
what you
sleep
doing?"
with the human and
no,
have
that's also something you can.
Oh, oops, sorry.
That's actually also the ending. Like
We're like such spoiler alert.
Spoiler
We are like the
alert.
worst movie
Yeah.
reviewers because we get
ever. We'll just be like, so this movie, the ending, straight to the.
She turns good and she dies. But I hate it when it's not a happy ending. And I'm like a la la la. The happy ending kind
You've
of
seen
Walt
so many
Disney girl.
movies, yeah.
I think
love it.
I think well, okay, this is just my personal opinion, but I just feel that horror movies, ghost stories, they sit better in a movie format because you leave the cinema or you turn it
Yeah.
off and you feel creeped out. Whereas in a series, you're like, I gotta find out what's happening next. You know,
And
how's it gonna
sometimes
turn out?
They intentionally just stretch it too long. You know, when you can compress it into a movie, they just stretch it so that they earn more money, and you hate that.
No, but I understand where that's coming from. But like with American Horror Story, it's not just about ghosts, and actually, it's not really about ghosts. You'll find out, it's not about
Oh.
ghosts. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there is some
Spoiler
awkward.
alert.
There's awkward moments here and there where there is something unreal. You know, like aliens, which you'll see in the first episode. So that's not a spoiler.
Well, we saw that in
Yeah.
the,
So there's all these weird things, but actually the main thing that you should be focusing on in the season 2 is the conflict between religion, science, and it's just religion and science, belief, and just something that you can see in front of you. So you've got the battle between the nuns, and because it's taken place in 1600. You see these scenes where how they're living, like on, for example, you were not allowed to be gay, so you had to hide because you're gay, or you can't marry a black woman, so there's a guy that's married to a black woman. You see all this in the first episode. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, so you're not allowed to do all these things. So it's taken place in 1600s, and it's showing you the conflict. So it's
What was it 1600? Wasn't it like
No,
Just like early 1900s.
Google it. Let's Google and read it.
1600, right? Or oh wait, 1960.
Yeah, 1960s.
Oh, sorry, 1960s. Sorry.
1600.
Yeah,
I don't think
yeah,
they have asylums
1960s.
back then.
Sorry, that's my mistake. 1960s. That's right.
We are such
And-
great movie
Yeah,
reviewers right now.
Really bad. Need to get my facts straight. That's like a massive difference. 1960s.
Just a couple hundred years.
No difference. And
1600s. Different century. Who cares?
a few years.
Not in the next century, next 3 centuries.
They both didn't have internet, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
That's
basically
weird.
it's about the asylum and about the religion and how people, when you murder, you go to the asylum because you think that God can cure you and whatnot.
Yeah.
But then there's a scientist there that believes that he's operating on the people because he wants to find out how to make medicine that will help. Do you know what I mean? Like, so that's what's interesting about the second season.
So it's
Which
not so
is
scary.
really-
So what is that
Yes,
saying?
no,
It's
it
not
is
so
scary.
twist.
It is
No,
scary.
but
It's
there's a lot of
twisted.
twist. But
It's
you
twisted.
do get hooked on because you want to know the story. You don't get too shocked, but you want to know what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen because you cannot expect the ending. You know, it's all twisted and
but-
it's
Yeah.
very random.
Yeah,
like
that's
you
the thing,
think the
it's
good guy
random.
won't die. All the good guys can die. Can die.
But I have to
I won't
say,
say that.
And become ghost.
I have to say, recently they've, the States especially, they've like revived the whole drama scene.
What
Don't you
with,
think?
like,
Okay, at one
Homeland
time
and
it
all
was
that?
just super quiet.
No,
like
because of
nobody
the-
watched dramas.
Because of the strike.
Yeah.
Because of
Yeah, after the strike. Yeah.
Actors strike, is it?
Was it?
Or the
I don't
writers
know.
strike. The
There's
writers
some,
strike.
yeah,
No,
there's
there
some
was.
really good series out right now.
Yeah.
Like you've got like Breaking Bad. I'm sure you watched.
Yeah,
Well, we
I've
haven't
not
got to that
started.
yet.
Walking
Yeah.
Dead.
Yeah, Walking Dead's great. Breaking Bad's amazing if you want to see how people make meth.
That's so crazy. Yeah,
No, but
as a
it's
chemistry
crazy.
teacher,
The process
right?
is crazy.
We should watch that. We should
What?
watch
How?
that. But it's too far in.
Amazing actors as well.
Yeah.
Just download from season. I'm watching season 5 now. No spoiler alerts, but it's amazing. He is such a great actor as well.
Yeah.
He's one of those that you also, just like Jessica Lange, they just live their role. They live and breathe their role. And you know how they're good actors? It can be a soft and quiet scene. It's just their expressions and how their like body language.
Yeah, it's when you have no script. That is when it's the hardest to act because you only have like your face
Yeah.
and not through your words. You can't say I am angry now
Yeah.
or I am jealous. You know, it's all
Expressing,
through
yeah.
acting.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Dexter's great as well. Dexter's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you've not watched that.
It's pretty
What
crazy.
do you think
I
about that
follow.
theory that a cop, right? I mean, a guy were to kill only bad people, but he's a killer.
I am totally.
That's why
on
it's
this
cool.
side.
That's why Dexter is so cool.
Because everyone's either like, because people are morally against it. Because as a moral thing, you're not supposed to kill people. But
Yeah.
inside, a humane part of you are like, but he's killing bad people. So
Yeah.
it's a conflict. You know, you're like, damn, because you're not allowed to kill, but it's all killers he's killing. So, you know, like. It's like a conflict inside yourself when you watch it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like you definitely want to get that pedophile, that killer, or that
Exactly.
rapist killed. You know.
Yeah.
But then again, there is that moral obligation. You are not the judge. Like who sanctioned you that power to say who is right, who is wrong, and how to kill them, right?
Yeah,
But you
basically.
know what? I like that
You're
show.
not- you sh-
Watch
you-
Dexter.
You shouldn't be able to just take people's lives. It's not up to you.
Yeah.
Because I think if you live in a society and you live under the rules of the community or you live under the rules of a society, you have to abide by them. No one is allowed to be a like Batman character.
I know, but you know what? That's I was actually
Vigilante.
pondering about that the other day. You know how we've all just fallen under a structure where we're all just like under rules now. You know, if you do wrong, you go to prison. You know, someone will come after you. Who in the world just decided they're going to be king and just decide over all of us, you know? Because it's just like, do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I know that obviously there's history and whatnot and the funding or whatever, but I don't care because at some point, who in the frick just said, okay, we decide? Like the states, how can they say, we're going to go attack Iraq, but they can't attack us? You know, we can attack them because of the wrongdoings there, you know, whatever.
Yeah,
But
the states, man. The states.
yeah, they interfere when they feel like it, and then when we're against them, it's like, no, you can't, because that's not fair. Just like,
I think there are just too many things going on behind the scenes that we don't
Yeah,
know.
definitely,
Countries that
for
owe
sure.
them money, basically, they're controlling the global economy. That's what the U.S. does. That's why they go to war for petrol and oil and everything else. But no one else can say anything because they control other countries' economy.
Yeah.
And other countries are so
In
they
debt as
rely
well,
they're in
yeah.
debt. They rely on the states,
Sad
on the U.S. But you know, that's the way things are.
Well, they might be worried because North Korea right now.
Yeah, North Korea is like that crazy asshole.
Did you watch the news? They look like it looks like not the Nazis in Germany when they started to like rile up.
What is the president's name? Kim Jong Un.
Kim Jong Il's son.
son.
So Kim Jong something.
Kim Jong. So because I was
Got the same haircut as his dad.
I was reading a magazine, you know, like it was
magazine, and there he
yeah,
was.
exactly.
Modeling
there
for-
was Kim Jong Un. I think that's his name, Kim Jong Un, but the headline was saying Kim Kardashian's pregnancy sort of like overtook the headlines of that Kim Jong fella. That more people are reading about like Kim K's pregnancy than what's going on in the world.
See,
But you know what? I understand though. You know, sometimes it's like you get so depressed watching news because it's all bad news. You know, it's just like people getting shot here and people killed there and floods, and then you've got like
kids
you know
missing.
Japan. You know, the thing is leaked in their earth now. You know,
the
nuclear
radiation.
Yeah, radiation
It's
is
pretty crazy.
leaked in their earth, and it's just like, oh my god, I'm so depressed. You know, I feel so bad for all these people. And it's true. Sometimes maybe all these people that do watch all these dumb reality shows is just kind of like fleeing from reality.
Exactly. I mean, they just they just want to come back and relax and watch something that they don't have to think
about. I do that, you know, sometimes. And Joey, he'll look at me and go, "What is this stupid thing you're watching?" You know, and I'm just like sitting there.
Darren.
Yeah.
There's like, turn it off.
Why, Darren? It's okay. I love documentaries. I love learning new stuff. But come on, you know, sometimes you can't constantly, you know, you need to give yourself a break. Just watch something stupid like Two Broke Girls or How I Met Your Mother or whatever. I know you think that's stupid as well.
I like that.
It's freaking funny. You know,
It ain't funny.
It is
Neil Patrick
funny.
Harris is hilarious.
It is
okay?
funny. You know, it might be silly sometimes, but you know what? It's okay to be silly and not all adult.
Yeah,
and
you can't take life too seriously.
That's not even realistic what they're doing.
No, it's some of it. I love comedy when it's not realistic, but
he watches
sometimes
Family Guy every night. Okay, by the way,
What does he listen
to?
to?
Family Guy.
Family Guy every night.
I love
there you go.
Family Guy.
See, she loves
And
Family Guy
American
too.
Dad.
American Dad. I was just to say, you know what? American Dad is better than Family Guy.
No, it's good, but I have to say, like, not all of it's that good. Like Cleveland Show, I don't think it's that funny, and it's from
a
the same
side show,
people.
yeah.
I don't
You
watch
know?
much TV to be able to know all this.
No, but you know, like this is the thing. When you download a series, in between you, when you relax, you find that time to watch it. That's what I do. You know, even when I bring my laptop to gigs, I sit down, I'll watch the episode. Like Modern Family is freaking awesome as well. Have you watched that?
Once in a while.
Modern Family, yeah.
Modern
it's alright. It's not
Family
too
is
bad.
funny.
Okay,
Darren.
I have to say Modern Family way better than How I Met Your Mother. Way better because I think it's
compare. I mean, like one real life drama. I mean, comedy, and then it was
Real
just
life?
cartoon. It's real. It's real.
Well, it's based to look
How
real,
I
but I
Met Your
mean,
Mother
yeah,
is
it's
an
more
in-depth
realistic.
question. How did your father meet your mom?
I would like to tell them I don't give a fuck because I don't care.
When I was a kid,
How?
I keep asking my mom to tell me how did you and daddy meet each other. Then it would be like a bedtime story, and then next day I ask them again the same question. I guess she got annoyed about it, but
Okay,
you know, I
so
kept asking.
did How I Met Your Mother answer that?
Yeah,
Only
not
the
yet.
end.
It's been like 8 seasons. I'm still
Yeah, it's been 8 years. I don't want to know. I don't want to know already.
You know what? It's gonna be like 8 seasons, and they really have to make it good because it's just like everyone's been waiting for like ages. So at the end, they have to just be like, you know, and they're like, oh, like Lost.
I know.
Like what?
I bet you what, writers don't know who they're talking about. They haven't
No,
figured
they're
that
just
shit
going
out.
along with it, right? They're just dragging
Yep.
as much as they can.
They're gonna milk this cow for all it's got.
But you know what? Honestly, How I
I
Met
feel
Your
like
Mother
you
is
would
really
know.
funny once you get into the characters. They are really funny.
Vampire
They are really funny. Okay,
Silence
Vampire
on
Diaries
set.
is really nice for the girls.
Diaries.
I know.
Twilight.
Those are the
Darren's
ones.
a Twilight fan.
No. You know what? I read the Twilight books and I love the books, but the movies made me cringe.
Yeah.
I actually watched the movie and I was just like, this is so bad. Oh my God, this is just so bad. Oh my God, it is so bad. And the acting was bad. The love was cheesy. It was draggy. Oh, I just wanted it over. You know, like I just watched it out of principle because I read the books.
You know what was super
I got
refreshing?
Patricia's zombie's face, by the way. Let me put it up.
What? Where are you gonna
Well,
put that?
no, while you guys
put
are
it
talking
on the
about
camera. Put it on the
vampires
camera.
and
Put it on the
zombies,
camera.
There, I did
Zombies.
this for Pat.
That's Pat.
Pat,
Pat is a zombie.
This is the amazing
That's me in Walking Dead.
Dead app.
Oh my
you
god.
can change anybody. Yesterday
And I
did
eat
that.
arm.
Yeah, it's chewy.
But I think
That's a fun app.
if you like Walking Dead, you will like Warm Bodies.
Oh, Warm Body is so
Yeah, I know, I've
Such
seen
a
the
good
trailer.
movie. Such a good movie.
I wanted to go and watch it. I actually I like to watch trailers like 3-4 months before the movie, and I hate waiting.
Yeah,
World
oh my
War
gosh, me
Z.
too.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
How freaking sick
That's gonna
does
be
that
good.
movie look?
Yeah, that looks
Who's that
really good.
starring?
And
Brad
Brad
Pitt.
Pitt's in it.
It's not about Brad Pitt though. It's about the zombies.
Do not watch Oblivion, okay? By Tom Cruise. Seriously.
What is-
just
is that a new
leave
movie?
out. It's like
Yeah, it's a new
apocalypse,
movie.
end of the
Is it-
world, a little bit alien.
I like those kind of movies.
No, but this one is
bad.
slow. Like, go to Rotten Tomatoes. That's what we do, and we do believe in its rating.
Oh,
What
they
we wanna watch
they
is the
put the
Silver
ratings as
Linings
it.
book.
They put all the ratings on movies.
Yeah, go to Rotten Tomatoes is an awesome place to
Rotten
find out
Tomatoes.
what people think about it, what the critics think about it, and sometimes it varies. There was one movie I just looked up. The critics give it like a really low rating, but audiences gave it like a really high rating. So I don't know who to believe sometimes. I don't remember.
But basically, if it's both low, don't watch
Don't
it.
watch it.
If it's very low, don't watch it.
I bet you. I bet you.
Have
a lot
you tried
of people.
doing that? Watching
All
the low.
the time.
All the time.
And so obviously you guys are not listening to them.
No.
We're believers of Rotten Tomatoes now.
Yeah.
Try it and test it.
Okay, I'll go. I'll definitely check it out because I always, you know, when you just want to be home and chill and you want a good movie, but don't you guys find it hard to find a movie?
Yeah.
I
What
can
do you
take ages and
No,
hours
you know
to
what?
like find a
Because
movie.
we watch movies faster than they churn out good movies. I mean, like, how long does it take to do a movie? Like a year? So we watch like, what, every day?
Oh, you
But
know,
let's say if you watch
I
one
find it
movie a
hard
night.
to find a movie. Even like I'm like no, and then you haven't watched it. Like, no, go on. So it takes me an hour to like actually,
I've
and I end up
not watched Life
sometimes
of
not
Pi.
finding it.
Life of Pi, because I feel like, it's just like cinematic.
It looks so
value, but it's-
beautiful.
Yeah, but that's all it
And
is. I can look
sad.
at postcards, you know?
And also, yeah,
I want something beautiful. Look at postcards.
so mean.
I don't want to see a tiger on a boat.
My friend said it's like Castaway. It's like
I like
Castaway,
Castaway.
with Tom Hanks,
Yeah.
but instead of that ball, it's the lion. And
That's
instead
good.
of like an
It's
island,
alive
it's a boat.
now. At least it can now like
That's
react.
slow. It's a good bedtime story.
I kind of
guess.
like slow movies like that. It's so like you get drawn
so
in.
romantic.
To be
Patricia.
honest, the soundtrack was also what attracted me. You know, they were
Which?
playing. They played Sigur Rós in the.
So,
They performed in Urban Escape Sigur Rós.
No,
The
wait.
Icelandic
Which movie?
Post rock. Life of Pi.
oh yeah, you
Oh,
did the
yeah.
trailer with
Yeah.
Sigur Rós.
Yeah, in the trailer they played Sigur Ros's track, which is very unique. So I you know, straight away, music really does sometimes draw you. You know, like there are some songs I'm sure you guys like because you heard it in a series or a movie, and then you kind of it reminds you of the movie or the part of the movie. So
I do
you
that
like
all the time.
Yeah.
If I like something, I would Shazam it.
Yeah, me too. Shazam is one of the greatest invention ever. After
love that.
telephones. I don't know. I mean, it's just so great. You know, I think they want to do it now for, like, if I'm not mistaken, like movies and stuff. Because
What,
Like you don't know a
favorite-
movie? That's so
like,
awesome.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Not just music. I mean, I don't know.
Technology.
Like, I wouldn't imagine like they could do with music because it's like based on beats, right?
Right.
You know, it's crazy that they can. I didn't honestly when it came out, I didn't believe it. I was just like,
Shazam. You know
What is this magic?
Oh my gosh,
you press this button
Pat,
and
you know
put
what?
it.
Since
yeah.
you're like a certified professional classical pianist, why don't we
You really
learn
know.
a song?
I know that Julie. She puts me up where I have to like really crawl and compete to like. Not really.
Julie said I'm like classical pianist.
Yeah,
I
the
gotta
best
be there.
in the
She's
world,
only the
Vienna.
greatest.
She's
She's
played
like
in-
second to Richard Clayderman. But let's just
Yes, I
let's
can play
just
one of his
all-
songs.
Let's just all really practice singing and playing the song. One song that we choose perfectly, and we play and we try to Shazam it. See whether it turns out.
You know, why don't we sing
Come
a
on,
song and
that was
see?
so cool.
Yeah. No, I think there's an app for that. You know, you
Or
can
like
sing
a
it.
cappella style, you know, so we can just sing and see whether our
Can
beat
you
is
sing?
exactly the same. No, we can't sing.
Did you just say we?
Yeah, we.
Who said that I
we-
can't sing?
Oh.
Thanks so much, Jules.
Can you sing that?
No, I can't.
So we can't sing. We're like the trio a cappella non-singers.
I'm sure lots of people would buy our CDs, just like William Hung.
Jeez,
Yeah, I mean,
man,
he got like
happened
what,
to
a
that
couple
guy? That's so
100,000
crazy.
US.
What do you think
dollars.
happened? Obviously, at one point, people were like, "This is really crap."
So many girls wanted to marry him, you know.
I'm not
They were
surprised.
like throwing
It's
themselves at
funny.
him.
I'm not surprised if he still does gigs.
Let's just Google.
But then
William
people
Hung.
just hire him to laugh at him.
Yeah.
That's the sad part.
yeah.
Hey, but if
sorry.
you're getting paid, it's better than what he was doing before. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, just like Paris Hilton, people are like, oh my gosh, bimbotic and whatnot. But she is laughing all the way to the bank. She's milking it, with her perfume.
No. She's not. She's well, okay, yeah, but she's rich. She's born rich.
Yeah,
I mean,
she
like
is.
she's not. She's not worked it up for
billions.
it. Yeah, she's tried. She's tried movies. She's obviously not talented as an actress.
She had a
She's tried
song
to
that
sing.
I
It was
thought
shitty.
was okay.
Oh my God, it was
with a lot of
terrible.
synthesizer.
No,
yeah,
it was.
Okay.
It's the one on the beach. Where the
It was
stars
like having
something.
la,
Yeah.
la, la, la,
What a
la,
terrible
la,
song.
Yeah.
With synthesizers, everyone can sing. Don't you think?
You know when they edit the voice now, everyone edits the voice, like like T-Pain kind of style.
Yeah, auto-tune.
Auto-tune, everyone does that now, man. It's so sad. Everything's
that.
like over the top.
No, now we can sing.
That's why Jay-Z did the DOA,
What's the
Death of Auto-Tune.
Oh.
And he just went out there and he blasted everyone in the raps about
Really?
it. Yeah, and his lyrics, he's like saying it's shit. We don't need this,
Yeah.
and that's why T-Pain got angry. But who the
T-Pain
fuck-
was like taking it personally.
Yeah.
But some rappers should not ever sing like slow love song. Like who was that with Kelly Rowland? Was that Ja Rule?
Nelly.
Nelly?
Nelly.
Oh,
Dilemma.
shit, yeah, they should never do that.
Oh my!
Actually,
if
I
your
like
voice
that when it came out.
You
I
should-
used to like pop. My first CDs were like Backstreet Boys, Spice Girls, and Aqua.
Yeah, it's the same with her.
that's
She
true.
loves
Oh my God, high five.
Backstreet Boys.
I know the words to Backstreet Boys songs. They came down to Malaysia recently.
I know. I can't believe I missed them. I was working. I wanted to go.
Yeah, but
Wait a
pretty
minute.
old.
No. I went to another party. I went to Johnny Walker.
Yeah, we were there too.
Oh yeah, you guys were there
It
too.
was a good party.
Actually, you know what? Why didn't I go? I wasn't working.
It was a free concert, by the way, so it's free, but it wasn't packed, unfortunately. In fact, more people came for the Korean acts, like 21. Like 21 is spelled, when I first saw it, it's a number 2, the letters N, E, and then number 1. So I thought it's to anyone.
To
But then
anyone.
I was corrected. It was like
Actually,
21.
that'd be a good band.
Yeah, to anyone, but it's 21. Who says 21?
Hey, don't you guys know how to spell? Go fuck yourself.
And then another one was You Kiss, but I thought, oh, it must be a bunch of really good looking
People are
girls
really
and
running out of
guys.
names as well, man.
But the Koreans come up with the best names.
No, indie people come out with the best names. They're all like, it's
Oh,
like,
yeah, that's true.
like towel on lamp. Like
What,
Yeah.
What would be your indie band's name?
I have no idea.
Okay, try a
But
K-pop one.
I'm
What would
doing
your
a
K-pop
podcast
name?
soon as well.
Yeah, we gotta support that
indie.
spot.
Indie on the music though. Indie music and
Oh yeah, tell us about the podcast.
yeah, it's gonna be I'm looking at an hour. It's basically gonna be pushing the indie music from my city, not my city, but it's gonna just be called My Indie, just
Yeah.
so it's you can relate it back to my city. But basically, new music. So what I've done is that I'm gonna call each episode a different title. So it'll be like. Butterflies in the Sink will be like happy tunes, or like Cautious, Don't Slit Your Wrists, which is emo music, so it'd be all sorted in different categories of music. And of course, the playlist will be out so you can go and download the music, because I think a lot of
Nice.
people want to learn new music, but you just don't have the time sometimes to sit down and go through it.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
that's what you do for fun, right?
Yeah,
You
it's
search for
a
music.
passion on the side, it's just a side project just to continue helping out.
Yeah, Pat is really into her indie music, and unfortunately, in Malaysia, it's all about commercial music. On the radio, it's all commercial. So I really loved your indie music, and it's like it has some loungy, jazzy tune to some of the songs as well, right?
I think the difference is for me is that it's not about pop music being so gross. I'm just saying pop music is very mass produced. It all sounds the same, you know what I mean? Because it's all by major labels and whatnot. But with indie, it's raw. That's why it's called independent music. Like a lot of independent musicians, they don't sign up to the big companies, because once you get under asset, once you become under the management of such a big company, there's so many rules.
Yeah.
And then you end up being
Somebody else.
somebody else.
singing
Your
other songs.
creativity becomes blocked because you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't sound like that, you have to sound like this, and suddenly everyone just starts sounding like each other. And that's exactly the thing about people doing what everyone does.
Next thing you know, you're You Kiss and 2 Entry. Was it 2 Entry?
21.
Two entry. Where do you get that from?
Yeah, that sounds kinky, like a porn name.
Yeah.
Two entry.
No, I'm trying to- I'm
Front
trying to-
and back.
No,
I was
that's
trying
like
to
a-
find out how you spell that. Is it 2?
2NE1. That's how it's spelled,
entry.
but it's pronounced 21.
I'm not even going to
21.
bother. But so where can people find your podcast?
Well, it's still what I'm actually doing, just to share if people want to do podcasts, is I'm doing a crash course. So I can do, obviously, you know, I've done radio, so I can do the talk and I can edit and whatnot. But what I really want to learn is how to master the sound and you know, so it sounds tight. You know, it's different to obviously work at home with your gear, because in radios it's all already done by professionals. So you need to teach yourself all these things. So I'm doing a crash course with Mile High Sounds, which where they teach how to DJ and whatnot. And he's going to give me a course to show me how to use Ableton, which is a really good program if you want to learn how to edit things and even just produce music. And from there, I'm going to post it up, obviously, on the different sites, like my Facebook fan page. I'll have a web page coming up as well where it'll be posted up on. So I mean, you can just follow my page and my Twitter, and then
you can also download on iTunes for sure, right?
I mean, I think for me, I'm not really thinking that far right now. I'm just kind of taking it one step at a time. I think that's definitely something that will be in the future, I would think about. But right at this moment, I just want to get really perfect at it. Because no point just coming out with a half-hearted podcast and, you know, my sound. I was trying on GarageBand, and that was just bad. You know, like, you record your voice and it sounds like you're in a big hall and it's not tight, and you can't do it like that. You need to really properly buy a proper mic and whatnot, if you're serious. If you're serious,
that's true.
Especially if you're gonna be doing music.
Exactly. You want it to sound clean. You know, you want it to sound tight, and you want it to actually sound like it would be on radio, because that's where you're gonna get your audience as well. You know, you want it to sound like that.
I mean, I would definitely, download your podcast. I'll listen to it because I listen to your.
I'll download
music.
yours too.
Yeah,
we'll download each other's, and we'll live in happily ever after.
That's true.
That's her. That's what she wants, right?
And unicorns.
With that, you
podcast
guys
would be the next way to go. It's the next wave, because not many people in Malaysia. Do you know anybody who's got a podcast?
I think that people do, but it's not promoted enough. I think that you need a platform, but now it is coming there. You know, like, everyone's digitally promoting items. You know, everyone has a Facebook page now. Yeah. So with podcasts and whatnot, it's going to be easier now.
Yeah. Like, you folks can find this, our podcast, on iTunes and YouTube. How can people reach you on Twitter? What's your Twitter handle?
Twitter is just Patricia Sulin K. Actually, Patricia Sulink, if it actually set out.
It's SUELINK.
Yeah, SUE-LIN. On Facebook, that one. Because people know me as Patricia K, but actually my Facebook like page is Patricia Sulin.
So it's Patricia SUE-LIN. That is for Facebook.
Facebook, yeah.
And then for Twitter, it's Patricia SUE-LINK.
No dash in that one.
No dash. SUELINK for Twitter.
Yeah.
And for Instagram
is Patricia Knudsen. Oh my god, I'm all over the place.
Knudsen is
Knudsen.
KNUDSEN.
Yeah, Patricia
I realized
Knudsen.
just now when you pronounce R like Sigur Ross, that was what we say, but you say Sigur Ross.
Oh, actually, you know, just to give you another one on the ending here, say rød med fløde. That's where you get the.
What is that?
That's like the thing that Danish people make people say, so you can try out. Rød med fløde. You sound like you're vomiting.
Well, okay, you can find Julie at juliewooney.com. No, sorry. Your Twitter handle is at juliewooney. You can find me at DARR3NLEE.
Yeah,
because we gotta wrap this bitch up. It's like we've been talking for an hour and a half.
Wow.
Yeah,
so
isn't that crazy?
Patricia can talk forever.
I really enjoyed talking to both of you. I can't wait to talk more when we're done.
We'll do another.
They're like, get out of the house, get out.
I'm hungry.
No, we'll do another.
Cook.
Yep.
Darren's gonna cook. By the way, thank you so much. And don't forget, also we've got our own Twitter, SpeakEasy Pod. POD.
Thanks so much for having me.
That's right.
I really enjoyed it, as usual.
All right, peeps. So follow Patricia.
Bye.
Follow Julie. Follow myself. And who else we got next coming up?
Let's just not say, okay?
Yeah.
Let's just not say. Let's just go eat dinner. I'm hungry.
All right, folks.
Okay, happy whatever day it is you're listening to this. Happy whatever day. Don't forget to eat your vegetables.
Peace out, folks.
Bye.
Yay. Then you